Apple reported earnings last evening, and this is basically the textbook definition of mixed. Yes, they had record revenue in their Q1, up 4% year on year, but iPhone revenue was down 1% and came in below estimates. Mac and iPad sales were both up 15%, but the wearables and accessories category was down 2%. Are you sensing a trend here? Tim Cook took time to point out that there are now more than 2.35 billion active Apple devices worldwide, which is a new all-time record. Amazing, right? Yeah, but sales of Apple devices in China were down 11% to $18.5 billion, the largest drop in China since Q1 of 2024, quoting CNBC. Apple said it expected growth in the March quarter of low to mid single digits on an annual basis. The company also said it expected low double digits growth for its services division. Apple's iPhone miss versus estimates was the biggest for the company in 2 years since its first quarter earnings report in fiscal 2023. At the time, Apple said its miss was because it was unable to make enough iPhone 14 models because of production issues in China, end quote. Yes, but Apple's services revenue reached an all-time high of $26.34 billion in Q1, up 14% year-on-year, beating estimates and helping lift the company's gross margin to a record 46.9%. Quoting CNBC again, CEO Tim Cook's emphasis on services has transformed Wall Street's view of a company that's been defined over the decades by its iconic devices. For many years in the iPhone era, Apple's gross margin would predictably come in at between 38 and 39%, reflecting the company's tight grip over its supply chain and its pricing power in the market. But with iPhone growth slowing in recent years, Apple's move into services has changed the equation. The company hit a 40% gross margin in 2021 and has continued to expand it. Because of Wall Street's love of profit, Apple's been able to keep delivering for investors. The stock rose 31% last year, outperforming the NASDAQ, and the company's market cap has climbed to $3.6 trillion, end quote. So to sum up, slightly disappointing, no iPhone super cycle of upgrades, at least not yet, and whether the glass is half empty or half full basically depends on which part of the Apple you are focusing on.